Let's take some calls. 800-636-1067. And let's put this into perspective as well. Who do you think looks better this year? The Cleveland Browns or the Washington Redskins? Who has more upside? Who's got more talent? Who do you think's going to win more games? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself if that's where you want to be. Do you remember the way that it used to be? Well, the Redskins are down there with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns, and oh, this is embarrassing. Oh, no, we're not anymore. You don't think those teams feel a little bit better about their potential this year? Who do we have left? Buffalo? Oakland? Is that it? It's an abomination. It's an embarrassment. They filmed a Drew Brees porno movie last night during that broadcast. Here's what drives me nuts. First of all, how embarrassing was it? They handed Drew Brees a laminate with the record on it, and he had to carry it around the field. They stopped the game. You're so terrible at football that they stopped the game and brought civilians onto the field so that everybody can play kissy face. On your ass. They did that right off your ass. Oh, my God. Was that? By the way, screw the Saints, all their fans, and everyone in that building. The painting Frenchman, oh, my, lock him in a gulag. How much self-indulgence did we have to watch last night? Who got paid off? The idiot with the pube beard crying, fake crying, while Drew Brees broke the record? Please put him in a straitjacket. Get him out of this society. How does that guy pay his taxes? How does he get his shoes on? Take his laces. No, don't take his laces. Maybe he'll do us all a favor. What a hideous evening. They hit pause on a football game. They had a full-blown MTV Movie Awards for Drew Brees while the game was going on. You can't celebrate that afterwards? You can't celebrate that next week with a ceremony, next home game? How was that signed off on? And you know who could have stopped it? Guess who could have stopped it? Guess! Josh Norman could have stopped it. Deron Payne could have stopped it. Matt Ioannidis could have stopped it. Ryan Kerrigan. Is Ryan Kerrigan on this team? You know, I know where not to look for him. The backfield. Somebody check Preston Smith's locker. I want to know if he put his uniform on last night. Oh, my God. And then it didn't even matter. You're looking at Kamara and Ingram and Thomas. Like, look at all these superstars. And then people that could walk into this room and take a dump on the floor, and I would have no idea who they are catching touchdown passes and running down the field like Azakim. They turned that game into an after-school special for Drew Brees. And we just sat and watched and let them do it. Bring the whole family down. Let's play kissy face. By the way, Drew, how do you have 8 kids that are all the same age? What's going on? Enough of him. Drew Brees is a top 5 quarterback. Sure. You imagine? You imagine the NFL that Dan Marino put those stats up in, and now he's got to sit here and pretend that Drew Brees is better than him? It's infuriating. Nobody cares about Drew Brees 5 miles outside of New Orleans. Can we hear? By the way, here's another question I have if you're going to call in today. Do you know if New Orleans has any food? Do they have any food in New Orleans? More people should bring it up. I got 100 places within 3 miles of here that I can Uber eat. Not one dish will arrive with eye stalks and 8 spindly legs and tiny claws. You're eating garbage. You're eating vermin. Vermin! What a ridiculous city. I hate them. I hate them. But at least they have a football team they can be proud of. They've got a building they can fill up with their own fans. There were lots of Redskins fans there last night. What do we hear the whole day leading up? Thousands of Redskins fans have showed up. Were they in the building? I didn't see them. I didn't hear them. You know why we couldn't hear them? The other team kept scoring touchdowns over and 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 over. Let's not go for two. Let's not go for two here because if we miss it, it'll be a 3-score game. It's going to be a 3-score game in 5 minutes, Jay. How many offensive-minded head coaches do we need to bring into town to have a pathetic offense that can muster 16 points? Because I've been watching that for 20 years. Is Buddy Ryan still alive? Google it, Landfill. I want Buddy Ryan. I don't care if they go 0-16 with Buddy Ryan. I want that. It'll be more satisfying.
He died 2 years ago.
Damn it! Get the shovels. Call a necromancer. I need him. I need Buddy Ryan and a necromancer right now. You stink. You horrible representation of yourselves. You've had 21 years to figure this out. Who gets 21 years to do anything? If I had 21 days like these guys are having, I'd be fired. Most of you, if you had 21 hours performing the way those a-holes did last night, you'd be out on your can. Let's give more extensions out. We're going to reinvest. We're going to sign our own. Great. Awesome. These 3 defensive linemen. You know the garbage I said that came out of this mouth? Those 3 defensive. Who are they? Who do they play? They play defense. If they stay healthy, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, oh my God, we're going to be in every game until you play a real team. Until you play an organization that understands that you build around a great head coach and a great quarterback. You know what we do? We let Andy Reid jerk our britches down and have his way with us every single time. I can't wait till we trade for Patrick Mahomes when he's 58. Book it. And my dumbass will buy a jersey because I was indoctrinated too early. They got me. All these savage millennials, these loser kids, playing Fortnite all day, never leaving their house. They're not buying houses. They're not getting married. They're having sex with robots. They're smarter than me. Because they get out of it. They only care about themselves. I care about this stupid team because I watched it with my dead grandfather. How stupid am I? Another $130 tab last night watching this disaster. And then Sirius doesn't want me, so I have to sit here and talk about it the next day. Nobody else has to do this. You think anybody in Nashville sports talk has to go through what I have to go through watching these losers every year? I can't get over it. They bring in Alex Smith after everything I've seen, everything I've experienced. I get on the air and I say, that's a great move. Can you imagine how dumb I am? It's my fault. Sounds narcissistic, but it's not. Because there's still enough of me, people like me, to enable this garbage. We debate endlessly whether they should wear white pants or gold pants. They wear brown pants every week because they crap themselves every single time they have a chance to win back-to-back games. F you. How am I going to do it? How am I going to do another 4 hours of this? I don't want to read these things. I hit some button over here. I don't even know what that is. What is that button? Why would the junkies need that sound effect?
The crazy donkey.
Well, that's not it.
Ah, crazy donkey.
That's Fez.
Donkey.
That's it. What is that? Is that our engineers breathing? Have some more cigarettes, weirdos. Have you ever heard of Juul? Go get a Juul. Hopefully the phones don't break. They're downstairs getting popcorn lung every 5 minutes. I hate this place. All right. Do we have any calls? I seem to have knocked the phone screening software off. No? No calls? Two calls? You know what? How can I be mad at you? How can I be mad at you? I wouldn't call. Why? What's the point? Would you call up a dead relative? No. Maybe just to hear the voicemail. Oh, I'm going to be 40. I'm going to be 40 in 2 months. I can't do this when you're 50. You can't sit here and scream like a lunatic. Who could take me seriously? Here's what's going to happen. I'll be asked to leave. I'm going to go apply for a job at the Quick Mart. And they're going to say, yeah, could you listen to this audio here? This is you about a child's game. How can we hire you to sell taquitos? What am I going to say to them? You're right. You make a great point. I'll leave. By the way, can I get some of those taquitos? All right. I'm going to pause briefly. Oh, of course, landfill. Of course. We've got to start chopping wood now. I'm out of beverage. I think I just puked.